The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Why, hi there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Ron Chuckett. Welcome to the program for this 28th day of July. Or, welcome to the program for this 28th day of July 2022. We only really have one divisional race as we get into September at the moment. Anyway, it could all change. There's nothing that's been clinched yet, except for really the Dodgers in the National League West. We go to Kansas City or Independence, as if you want to be pedantic, for a Wednesday night, September 4th affair between the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Now, again, there's only one race, and this be it. The Royals have a 2.5 game lead over the California Angels, but the White Sox at 62 and 68 are in third place, 7.5 back. They have a realistic chance of pulling this off. Well, a chance. Realistic, we'll see. If they win today, it's 6.5. And yeah, there's a full month left of the season. So yeah, Chicago not dead yet. So in the other divisions, I mean, the Cardinals lead the Expos by 9, and the Blue Jays lead the Red Sox and the Tigers by 6. So we might not get much extra baseball this last month of the season, but for now, the Royals would like to be just not doing any extra streams at all. So it's their Wednesday night affair, Royals and Chi Sox from a cool Independence. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1985 tonight from Independence, Missouri, the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Helps if I hit the right button there. Buckshot Kid, long time no see. How are you? Big Dave, yep, beautiful day for a baseball game. 66 degrees on the computer, 83 and sunny here in Burlington. And Matt, how you doing? So, it'll be Bud Black getting a call for Kansas City. His 28th start of the year, so 5 left after this. 13 and 10, an ERA of 3.50. Bud, the lefty, 28 years old, standard pitcher, fastball at 88. This will be his 4th start against the White Sox. 23 and 2/3 for Bud, 26 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 12, 1 and 2 against the Pale Hose with an earned run average of 380. His last time out was against the Rangers on the 30th, so going on full rest. He went 8 innings in his 16-5 shellacking of the Rangers, allowing 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He walked a homer. He walked 1, striking out 7 in 123 pitches. His last start against the White Sox on the 20th, by the way, was a 2-1 loss. Yep, I'm doing well, Matt. Thanks a bunch. 195 and 2/3 for Black, 196, 80 hits allowed, 83 runs, 76 earned, 14 dingers, 52 walks, and 128 strikeouts. Now, oops, Alexa, what's my notification?
One new notification.
Alexa, what's my notification?
No new notifications.
Okay. I got the light for that, and nothing came up. Oh, well. How you doing, DJ John? Lineup for the White Sox. Reed Nichols leads off in left field. Madam Speaker going senile. Tim Hewlett at third will bat second. Harold Baines in right will go third. Carlton Fisk behind the plate cleans up. He at one point was the American League leader in home runs. Salazar in center bats fifth. Scott Walker at first will bat sixth. Ron Kittle, the DH, batting seventh. Scott Fletcher, there's the Scott, is at short batting eighth, and Julio Cruz at second batting ninth. Mr. Bannister can go 120 pitches for the White Sox. No, 195 and 2/3 would not be the temperature. It's actually 77 in here. It's pretty nice. Defensively for the Royals, Darryl Motley a 3 and a 4 in left, Lynn Jones a 5 and a 3 in center, and Pat Sheridan is a 5 and a 5 in right. So no Willie Wilson today in the lineup. George Brett, by the way, is 7 at third. Onyx Concepcion an 8 at short. Greg Pryor a 4 at second. Steve Balboni is a 5 at first. I'm glad that Matt's Madam Speaker didn't have any notifications either. John Wathan a 7 and a 3 behind the plate, and Bud Black is a 4 on the mound with a .900 fielding percentage. Reed Nichols over from the Red Sox at .350, 2 homers and 9 RBI. On beautiful night here in Kansas City, 66 degrees and the wind blowing in 9 from left. And Nichols lines this one right to Balboni. How about that? 1 out. I've been known to make other people's speakers talk. Tim Hewlett at .273, 5 homers and 46 RBI. Black winds and deals, and Hewlett draws the walk. So Tim, full count fastball was outside, and that'll bring up Baines, RJL's favorite player, by a mile. He just won't admit it. Harold at .296, 20 homers and 89 RBI. From the stretch, ground ball, base hit left side, just like a Hall of Famer should. And Hewlett will stop at second. So first and second, 1 out for Carlton Fisk, who is having a monster year, hitting .251, 30 home runs, and 78 RBI. He's sitting on an 8-game hitting streak, and if you think he did hit 37 in real life, you know what? He's 38 years old and pounding the ball like this. Played 153 games on 38-year-old knees. Pitch to Pudge. Ground ball to Brett. This should be 2. Pryor for 1. Greg spins and turns to first, and Balboni's there, and that's a 5-4-3. That will retire the side. No runs. 1 hit, no errors. After half an inning, Chicago nothing. Here come the Royals. Yeah, RJL just loves Baines. Floyd Bannister making start 27 on the year. He's got 7 left, including the day. 5 and 11 on the replay with a 4.78 ERA. He is 30 years old, a fly ball plus pitcher, and he throws hard. That fastball tops out at 96, making his 4th start against the Royals. 15 2/3 innings, 14 hits, 11 runs, all earned. Control is an issue, 13 walks, 11 strikeouts. And the Royals have had him for dessert, 0-2 with an earned run average of .632. Floyd's last start was against the Jays on the 30th, a loss, 5-1. He went 7 innings. His bullpen did not help him. 106 pitches, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 3 and struck out 3. He can strike out batters by the bushel. He has 3 10 strikeout games at least this year. So overall, 163 2/3 for Floyd. That's not the temperature. 149 hits, 92 runs, 87 earned, 24 homers. He has walked 78 while striking out 150. He gave up 30 homers on the real year. What in God's name is Onyx Concepcion leading off for? But he is, for Kansas City, probably not one of the best decisions that Dick Hauser ever made. As I say that, he'll probably go 5 for 5. Lynn Jones is in center. He'll bat second. George Brett, there's 2 lefties in the lineup for Kansas City. He'll bat third and play third. Hal McRae, the DH, cleans up. Darryl Motley in left will bat 5th. Steve Boom Boom or Bye Bye Balboni at first will go 6th. Greg Pryor at second will bat 7th. John Wathan behind the plate bats 8th. And Pat Sheridan in right, the other lefty, will bat 9th. Bud Black threw 16 pitches in his half of the first. So it's lefty versus lefty today at Royal Stadium. Reed Nichols a 5 and a 1 in left. Louis Salas, I think it's Louis, is a 3 and a 3 in center. Harold Baines a 5 and an 8 in right. Tim Hewlett a 5 at third. Fletcher is a 3 at short, and it's not murder, she wrote. Julio Cruz is a 5 at second. Greg Walker a 3 at first. Carlton Fisk is a 7 and a 5 behind the plate. And Bannister is a 3 on the mound, which isn't all that great, but a .963 fielding percentage. Concepcion at 196, 4 homers, and 26 RBI. Bannister winds and deals, and there's a fly ball, shallow right center. Salazar rides the Schwinn, 1 out. Brings up Lynn Jones. Lynn at 230, no homers, 6 doubles, and 7 RBI. Bannister's pitch struck him out. And somehow, we missed you yesterday, Todd B. Somehow Fisk took that one off his finger and is shaking it off. But Pudge, being the New Hampshireite that he is, has a body of granite and it stays in the game. You know who played? I think this is my notification, by the way. Yes. A severe thunderstorm watch, by the way, has been issued for my area. So that's what Alexa was, was going on about. Todd, we played the Angels yesterday, and the starting right fielder, George Hendrick, and I did all your puns. I felt so dirty. Here's Brett. George at 317, 28 homers, and 81 RBI. You'll be happy to know that Hendrick got pinch hit for. Pitch to Brett. There's a fly ball left field. Nichols over in the corner, and Reed will make the catch, and that will retire the side. That was Luis Salazar. I was right. After 1, no score. So Bud Black to face Salazar, Walker, and Kittle. Louis at 293. Wow. 9 homers and 38 RBI. Game 130 for the Royals and 131 for the White Sox. Fly ball, center field. Jones moves over. 1 out. For Walker, Greg at 239. The 1985 winner of the Don Mossy Award. 18 homers and 60 RBI. Pitch from Black. Struck him out. Black got him on the black. On an 0-2 fastball. So 2 out for Kittle. Ron at 246, 20 homers, and 58 RBI. That picture just kind of brings you back to a game of the week. I gotta take this. Hold on. All right, we're back. Midlife crisis. Happy Thursday. No, it's not. It's 66 degrees. It's a beautiful night in Kansas City. Rides the Schwinn. When you're coming in on a fly ball, it's like you're right. You know, it used to be you're riding the bike to come in. So that's what it is. Instead of running in, so you're riding the bike to come in. So that's ride the Schwinn. Oh, you're welcome, Matt. Whatever message I left for you. So that's what ride the Schwinn is. You're riding the bike. You're running in to make the catch. So here's Kittle. Did I give you his numbers? I guess George deserves a break now, Todd B says, since he's retired. Good Lord. We know he took enough while he was playing. Pitch to Kittle. Ron strikes out. And that will retire the side. They tried to give him something off speed, and he was looking fastball. No runs, no hits, no errors. Inning and a half in the book, no score. So McRae, Motley, and Balboni, Hal at 251, 17 homers, and 44 RBI. Tribe fan is here. Got a full house today. How about that? Bannister starts the second. Ground ball, Floyd off the mound, and he's not even going to make a throw. He got the chopper. He was headed on the first base side, but McRae, who has the speed of, a four-stroke Yugo, beat it out. And Floyd just ate it. Do they make Schwinns anymore? I would think so. They still make kiddie bikes, don't they? Alexa, where can I buy a Schwinn bicycle?
You can find Schwinn Bicycle on Amazon. Amazon's choice is Schwinn Wayfarer Adult Bike Hybrid Retro-Styled Cruiser, 18-inch medium steel step-over frame. It's $325.24. With delivery by August 2nd, choose this or another option in your Amazon cart. To get local stores, say what's nearby.
Does that answer your question? The message went over my head. Usually it does. I've never... Only Gardner calls me during the middle of games. Yeah, Schwinn was the Cadillac of bikes in your neighborhood. I remember when you could find him at Kmart for about $100. And it's like, wow, $100 for something. Pitch to Motley, who I forgot to give you the numbers for, strikes out. 1 out for Balboni, 254 for Steve, 31 homers and 81 RBI. Balboni draws the walk. Now that's rare. A 3-0 curve was way inside. 1 out for Pryor. Greg at 193, 1 homer and 6 RBI. The only bike I ever rode as a kid was a big wheel. You remember those. Pitch to Pryor. Ground ball to third. Might be 2. Hewlett over to first to Walker. And Pryor is out on a bang-banger. And that's a bad call. He was safe. Pryor slams the helmet down, and they don't want to listen to it. So the White Sox get a break there. Brings up Wathan, John at 204, 2 homers and 16 RBI. The Tribe fan is doing the Phil's World Series year. Is that what you're doing? On his channel on YouTube. Pitch to Wathan. John hits a base hit into center field. That's going to score 2. Wathan digging for 2. And that's his 4th double. So the Royals go up 2-0. 2007 Indians. Okay. That would make sense since you are Tribe fan. I take it that you have a Josh Beckett dartboard. Here's Pat Sheridan, 285, 2 homers and 25 RBI. So 2-0 Kansas City. And that's strike 3. They got him. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. After 2, it's the Royals 2, the White Sox nothing. So we go to the 3rd. Oh, because you cheered Beckett when they beat the Yankees in 2003. I did too. Scott at 288. Fletcher has no homers, 9 doubles, and 18 RBI. So big inning for the Royals. Fletcher hits a line drive to left. Motley is there, 1 away. Brings up Julio Cruz. Julio is outperformed himself a great deal. 263 triples and 17 RBI. Black winds and delivers. There's a ground ball to short. Concepcion over to first. 2 out. Any thoughts on ex-Red Sox Benintendi going to the Yankees via the Royals? I always liked Benintendi. Good defender. And he hits better than Joey Gallo. Then again, I hit better than Joey Gallo. Here's Reed Nichols. He's 0 for 1. Black's opening 9, 35 pitches. 2 2/3. A hit, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. It's a little different when you go over via a trade or you've had some time in between. It's not like that the Red Sox and Yankees make all that many trades. It's always weird when someone goes up. The only one there's 2 people I had trouble with going from the Red Sox to the Yankees. Pitch to Nichols is a ground ball to third. Brett, long throw to first. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Kansas City. And yep, he's on the restricted list because he's unvaccinated, so he can't go to Toronto. The 2 Red Sox I was upset with going to the Yankees, Louis Tiant and Wade Boggs. And the one Yankee player that ended up on the Red Sox that I was really upset with is Mike Torres. So opening 9 for Bannister, 35 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits. A walk and the 2-run single by Wathan, the lone runs. I heard this morning that Benny would get vaxxed if he went to New York. Oh, geez, I still think, Judge is on a 60 home run pace? Pay the kid. Pay him what he wants. Concepcion is 0 for 1. Struck him out. Full count fastball in there. Brings up Jones. Lynn is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ground ball to Cruz. So Julio by the bag over to Walker for the out. So 2 out for Brett, who's 0 for 1. I'm honestly surprised with the fact that the Yankees have pretty much clinched a playoff spot now, that they're in the market for help. I mean, that team is just, Gallo, but Brett swings, popped up right side. Cruz into foul territory, trying to find the angle, and will make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 4th here in Kansas City, 2-0 Royals. So Hewlett, Baines, and Packard. Fisk to face Black here in the 4th. Tim walked his first time up. Black starts the inning with strike 3. He swung on and missed the change. Black working it pretty well. Here's Baines. Harold singled his first time up. Chopper to Concepcion. Onyx by the bag at second. Over to first for the out. So 2 quick out here in the top of the 4th. Carlton Fisk grounded into a double play. He only did it 9 times in 85. That's pretty good. And he gets hit. That one got away from Black. A 1-2 curve got him on the arm. And there's 2 out for Luis Salazar, who is 0 for 1. Baines, by the way, has the lone hit for Chicago. Pitch to Salazar is a fly ball shallow right. That's riding the Schwinn. Sheridan rides the horsey and makes the catch. Yeah, no, Gallo is a boil on the Yankees' backside as far as offense. And Benintendi, although no one's confusing him with Mike Trout, you got to be able to win in October, and I think the Yankees have made themselves better. Speaking of Trout, isn't that the same degenerative condition that David Wright had? Here's Hal McRae. Hal scored on the Wathan double and singled his first time up. Oops. But first of all, you need to see some standings. So here we are. We'll start in the American League West. Kansas City has a 2.5 game lead over California. The Shy Sox at 7.5 aren't quite done, but they have fallen on hard times. In the East, Toronto has won 6 straight. Trout has some rare back disorder that puts not only his timeline in return for doubt, but whether he'll ever be 100% effective again. The Blue Jays have won 6 straight. The Yankees have won 7 straight, and they're 6.5 back. Yeah, Todd, I'd agree with that. Like Ernie Banks, great but never a winner. Cleveland and Milwaukee about to be knocked out. Dodgers' magic number is 15. The Reds have gone to 500. Atlanta still right had spinal stenosis, you believe? Okay. It's a degenerative back disorder that Trout has. It may not be spinal stenosis. In the NL East, St. Louis by 9 over Montreal. The Mets are going to look better at the end of the year than they played most of the year, and they just aren't going to be a factor. The thing with the Cardinals are that neither team is just taking advantage. I mean, you look at the last 10, everyone except for Philadelphia is 5-5. Bannister's pitch to McRae is a ground ball to first. Walker, 1 out. Darryl Motley struck out his first time up, one of the 4 for Bannister. Line drive, left field, Nichols. 2 out. So Balboni walked. He has walked 39 times in this replay. Now he strikes out on cue. So just below the belt, got him looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 5th here at Royal Stadium, 2-0 Kansas City. So Walker, Kittle, and Fletcher to face Bud Black here in the 5th. Chopper to short. Concepcion is just going to eat it. So another AstroTurf hit. Again, Walker is not Speedy Gonzalez out there. Here's Kittle. Ron struck out his first time up. From the stretch, base hit left side. So only the second hit for the White Sox. Concepcion couldn't get there. And so runners on first and second for Fletcher, who was 0 for 1. That's the 3rd hit. So Walker and Kittle had the White Sox cooking with gas here in the top of the 5th. Pitch to Scott. Line drive, left field. Motley will make the catch, and everyone will hold up. So 1 out for Cruz. Julio was 0 for 1. Buck O'Neil got his plaque this past weekend. Yep, Tony Oliva. Jim Cott. Another Negro Leaguer that's escaping my memory now. Gil Hodges. And David Ortiz. The class of 22. Ground ball, base hit over Concepcion. Motley will pick it up. Walker will round third and hold. And Chicago has him loaded. 1 out for Reed Nichols. So Black is opening 18, 75 pitches. 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits. A walk and 3 strikeouts. Now the Hall of Fame for the NFL is next weekend, right? Yeah, Oliva should have been in years ago, and so should have Cott. Nichols is 0 for 2. Bases loaded. Nichols, chopper to Concepcion. Onyx will try for 2. Pryor for 1. Throw to Balboni, and they got him. So the White Sox blow a golden opportunity to get on the board. Halfway home on a Thursday afternoon. 2-0 Kansas City. You joined us late. Here's how we got here. John Watson a 2-run double in the second to make it 2-0 Royals. Then Reed Nichols hit into a double play with the bases loaded just a moment ago, and Chicago still is not on the board. Floyd Bannister 2-hitter through 4, giving up the 2 runs, but Black a 4-hit shutout through 5. So yeah, and Todd, you're in Akron if I remember correctly. Is that event something that anyone can go to, or is it like the Baseball Hall of Fame and you really just need to reserve for tickets? Greg Pryor is 0 for 1. Bannister starts the 5th with a base hit into right field. He's going for 2, and he's got it. His 3rd double of the year. Only the 3rd hit for the Royals. John Watson had the big one his last time up. A 2-run double. He's now driven in 18. Ground ball to Fletcher. Scott throws to first. Walker is there, and that's an out. So Pryor holds 1 out for Sheridan, who struck out his first time up. Floyd's pitch struck him out. He swung on and missed a change. Oh yeah, Canton. Why did I think Akron? This year's inductees is not a diamond class. I don't even know who's going in. Bannister's 1st 18, 4 2/3 on 77 pitches. 3 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Onyx is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Line drive past a diving Cruz, so that's a single. Pryor rounds 3rd. Salazar will throw it in the infield as Pryor scores, and it's 3-0 Kansas City. 2 out here in the 5th. Brings up Lynn Jones, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Fisk and Bannister have a word. Floyd delivers, and that's a chopper to second. Cruz underhands it to Walker, and that will retire the side. But the Royals get an insurance run on 2 hits and no errors after 5. 3-0 Kansas City. Matt says the Steelers are giving the other 31 teams a chance to add players to the Hall this year. I'm sure Urban Meyer will thank you for that chance, as he does not get a bust in Canton for that year with the Jaggies. Tim Hewitt struck out and walked. He's 0 for 1. There's a little looper in the left. That's going to drop in front of Motley in left center. And Hewitt will hold. Brings up Baines. Harold 1 for 2. Strikes out. Black got him with a hard fastball. And there's 1 out for Fisk, who has grounded into a double play and been hit by a pitch. Strikes out. 2-2. So Black mixing his changes in his fastballs to the point where the White Sox don't know what's coming. He went fastball, and Fisk thought he was going to get a change. So that's 5 for Black. Here's Salazar, who's 0 for 2. Popped up. Watson to the screen, and will can't get it. Hits the screen. So 0-2 the count. 2 out. Cliff Branch from the Raiders. Sam Mills, Richard Seymour, and Dick Vermeil. Yeah, that's not must-see TV. Again, you can't say that any of them don't deserve it. Pitch to Salazar. There's a little looper in the left center field, and Jones will cut that off. So 1st and 2nd, 2 out. I'm surprised I haven't heard more about Seymour up here, considering his Patriot connection. Here's Walker. Greg is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. So 2 on, 2 out, 3-0 Royals. Black has labored through this. He's already at 97 pitches with 2 out in the 6th. Struck him out, so Walker goes down by way of the K. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Royals 3, the White Sox nothing. So Brett, McRae, and Motley to face Bannister here in the 6th. George is 0 for 2. There's a fly ball to right. Back goes Baines, way back there. That is off the wall. Brett has 2. Brett might have 3. No, he's going to hold at second as Baines chucks it back in there. And for George, that's double number 25. So he's in scoring position for McRae. Hal has a single and a run scored. Got him. An 0-2 curve swung on and missed. So 1 out. That's 7 for Bannister. And that brings up Motley, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Vermeer will have a captive audience that will collectively cringe as he cries. Yes. They're still watching the tears out of Leonard Toza's suit from 1980. Pitch to Motley. Base hit left center field. Nichols cuts it off. Brett will round third and score. Nichols has a ramen noodle arm and he just chucks it back in the infield. So it's 4-0 Kansas City. And a game the White Sox desperately need. Here's Balboni. He has scored, walked, and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Throw to first, and Motley is out. They picked him off. And so Motley wasn't going, but he wasn't paying much attention, and Bannister, being the lefty, got him out of the corner of his eye. So 2 out, 1-3 on the pick. And now he'll work to Balboni, and there's a fly ball to left. Nichols will make the catch, and that will retire the side. We've played 6. Kansas City gets 1 more on 2 hits and no errors. They don't leave anybody on. 7th inning coming. 4-0 Royals. So Kittle, Fletcher, and Cruz to face Black, who, if he's economical, maybe can go in the 8th. Kittle 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out. That's a ground ball to third. Brett on the dirt throws to first across the way, and 1 out. Brings up Fletcher, who's 0 for 2. In the left, Motley running in. 2 out. You go back to riding the Schwinn and asking what that is. The expression I've never understood. And speaking of the White Sox, it would be something that Hawk Harrelson would say. Can of corn. I never understood that one. Julio Cruz is 1 for 2. He hits a liner to left. Motley will grab it, and that will retire the side. Stretch time, 4-0. So while Black has earned another inning, or at least a chance to pitch all of the 8th, Bannister, who's pitched well, but hasn't had much support prior, is 1 for 2. He hit his 3rd double and scored. Popped up, right side, Walker. Chicago White Sox makes the catch. Yeah, it must be. Strat uses can of corn in his computer text. I've read it before. Per MLB.com. One of my producers is saying into my ear, now Ron, Per MLB.com, when 19th century clerks at groceries and general stores were looking for an easier way to reach canned goods on high shelves, they started using long hooked sticks to pull them down. After dropping cans toward them, they would catch them in their aprons, just like a fly ball. Oh, okay. I don't remember Hawk Harrelson living in the 19th century, but that would make sense. You're going back to the day and age when you didn't have self-service grocery stores at that point. I don't think this would be a topic of conversation on a Fortnite stream, do you? John Watson 1 for 2. He's got a double and has driven in 2. Pitch. Here's a liner right back to Floyd. 2 out. Looky what I found, Mom. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball hit right back to him at 96. Brings up Sheridan. Pat is 0 for 2. He is fanned twice. Bannister pitch is into left center. Salazar ranges over to make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going to the 8th, 4-0 Kansas City. So Black, 27 batters deep, 111 pitches, 7 innings, 6 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. The ghost of Andy Rooney asks, why ain't in a can of beans or soup? Weren't they on the top shelves? I wonder why. Nichols is 0 for 3. He has grounded into a double play. Black starts the 8th. And there's a ground ball. Pryor has to wait. Throws to first for the out. Another thing. How many cans of water do you put in a can of tomato soup? I never figured that out. Here's Hewlett. He's 1 for 2. A single, a walk, and a strikeout. That's true. We'll have to get Gardner to start using that phrase more in his Spider replays. More relevant in 1899. Do you use the buggy whip to get the can of corn down? That must have been a relatively new thing, tins of vegetables, then. Pitch to Hewlett. Fly ball, right field. Sheridan coming in will make the catch. And that is the second out. Harold Baines is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Why don't they include water in the soup to begin with? I never understood why. Sometimes I make it myself, it's too salty. Even if I get the lower sodium versions. You wonder why I don't have a real job doing this? That's why, because I'd be too easy to break into other characters. Pitch to Baines. Harold swings into right field. That will be the last out of the 8th inning. Sheridan is there, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Kansas City 4, Chicago nothing. So Onyx Concepcion, who is 1 for 3. Jones and Brett to face Bannister. Onyx has a single and a strikeout, and his 27th RBI. Walked him. So Bannister loses him. Full count curveball outside. Why did anyone ever give me any eyebrow trimmers for Christmas? They gave me a nose hair trimmer. I got something for my ears. But I never got that. Trust me, I never had caterpillars growing above my eyes, although it looked that way. Alright, so Steeler fan says a free can of corn with the purchase of any buggy whip or pony paddle today, only at Steeler fans Buggy Whips at the corner of Smith and Main. And tell him Groucho sent you. Lynn Jones is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ground ball to Fletcher. Might be 2. Fletcher cruise for 1. Julio turns, throws to Walker. Got it. So 6-4-3 on the double play. 2 out for George Brett, who had his 25th double. 1 for 3 and scored his 81st run. 4-0 Royals. 2 out, bottom of the 8th. Man, we're flying by here. It's 1:15 and it's 2 out in the 8th. Brett into center field. Salazar coming in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the ninth. We got a pitching change coming. Royals 4, White Sox nothing. So, I can't go with Farr. I can go with Beckwith. We're going to set Quisenberry a spell. Joe Beckwith coming in. 3-1. He does have 2 saves. And an earned run average of 261. 44th appearance, 30 years old. Fastball pitcher at 92. And a standard pitcher. His 3rd appearance against the Chi Sox. 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits. 1 unearned run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Last pitched on the 30th against the Rangers in a 16-5 win. Went a scoreless inning, 21 pitches, a hit, and struck out 2. So 62 innings, 61 hits, 21 runs, 18 earned, 6 homers allowed, 21 walks, and 53 strikeouts. So Fisk trying to get that hitting streak to 9 is 0 for 2. He is grounded into a double play and struck out and hit by a pitch. No runs, 6 hits, no errors for Chicago. They've left on 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Kansas City, and they've left on 2. This has been a brutally efficient game for the Royals. Pitch to Fisk in the left field. Motley moseys over, 1 out. So the White Sox need 4 to tie and 5 to win, and they only have 2 outs to do it. Here's Salazar. Louis 1 for 3. Has a single. He's got himself a second single as he hits that one over Greg Pryor's head. Lynn Jones will throw it back in. 7th hit now for the Royals. Here's Walker. Or for Chicago. Really, I'm okay. Greg has struck out twice and singled. Throw to first. Salazar back. Oh, okay. I suppose they'll just concede the base runner at this point to lead by 4. Quisenberry loosening in the Kansas City pen. Pitch to Walker. He drags out one past Balboni for a single. And so Salazar is on second. 1 out. Double play ends the ball game. Here's Ron Kittle, 1 for 3. The hot tub chick. Get your name written all over her pickle, Rick. And as Ned Flanders would say, that's a dilly of a pickle. Kittle strikes out. Beckwith got him. A fastball on the inside. So 2 out. Last chance saloon here for the White Sox. Fletcher is 0 for 3. Kansas City. This may be a knockout blow for the White Sox. Coming into this one, this is the last time they play this year. They've played 12 times. You get 13 in 85 in your own division. And Kansas City, unless something really strange happens in the next 2 minutes, is going to win the season series 7-6, despite the fact the White Sox won 5 of the 7 in Chicago. Kansas City has played them well here at home, winning 4 of 5, despite the fact that the White Sox have outscored them. So first and second, 2 out. And Ozzie Guillen is going to pinch hit. Ozzie, as a pinch hitter, 1 for 6. Overall, 302, 6 triples, and 38 RBI. And remember, when you go over to see the hot tub girls, that it's just, you're there to study how Lycra expands. First and second, Watson and Beckwith have a word or two. Joe's pitch. Guillen swings into left field. That should do it. Darryl Motley is there, and that's a winner for the Royals. So Beckwith and Black combine on the 8-hit shutout. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Royals leave on 2. No runs, 8 hits, no errors for the White Sox, and they leave on 8. They slip to 62 and 69. The Royals 70 and 60. And we'll give Bud Black the player of the game. 8 innings, 6 hits of shutout ball. He walked 1 and struck out 6. And if you're wondering about pitch count, he was tired. 121 was his expected number, and he threw 124. Bannister, yeah, it's a loss, and yeah, all 4 runs were earned. But boy, I thought he pitched well. 6 hits, walked 2, and struck out 7. Yeah, bummer. You just missed baseball there. You're going to watch Andy Rooney complain? Do you ever wonder why? So the Royals' lead is now 3 over California, pending the results of what everyone else does. And the White Sox are 8.5 back. And yep, you have time for the Yeah, Looney got hit by the automod. Ridiculous. A beat. That's dumb, folks. So let's do the rest of this Wednesday in baseball, and then we'll tell you what we got next week. As soon as we get there. The Cubs beat the Astros 7-2. Fontenot 4-7. Scott 14-11. Phil Geiner 2-for-4 with 2 triples in a losing effort. Philly shuts out the Giants 3-0. Kevin Gross goes to 7-6. Mike Krukow 13-10. Foley 1-for-3, his 5th of the year, and drives in 3. Yankees beat the Mariners 5-0. Rich Bordy 4-2. Mark Langston 4-7. Ricky Henderson 2-for-3 with a stolen base. Oakland beats Baltimore 2-1. Keith Atherton 8-3. Storm Davis 12-7. Howell is 27 save. The Blue Jays beat the Indians 4-2. Dennis Lamp 5-4. Waddle 4-4. Al Oliver making that DH trade pay off. 2-for-4. 2 homers. He now has 5, and they were 2 solo shots. California walked 13 times and beats the Tigers 11-6. That's not what the Tigers need. John Candelaria, the Candyman can. He goes 6-1. Jack Morris didn't pitch to the score, did he? 10-15. If there's a reason why the Tigers fall short, it's Morris. He's pitched terrible. Jones, 1-for-2, his 16th of the year, drives in 2. Pittsburgh beats Atlanta 6-2. Rick Russell goes to 11-7. Pascual Perez found the ballpark, but he's still 1-5. Dale Murphy, 1-for-4, his 37th of the year. Milwaukee, despite 9 great innings from John Butcher, beats the Twins 1-0. Pete Vukovich, 4-11. Butcher, 7-14. Cole Porter got the save and wrote a song, his first. Cincinnati beats St. Louis 5-3. Andy McGaffigan goes to 5-3. Kirk Kepshire. Boy, the Dodgers are going to be licking their chops to face Kepshire. He's 7-12. Ted Power is 23rd save. Mets beat the Padres 5-4. Jesse Orozco 4-3. Lance McCullers 1-2. Gary Carter, 2-for-4, his 30th of the year. And last but not least, the Dodgers beat the Expos 6-3. Ken Howell goes to 3-8. Wow, no, you got little rascals. Lucas falls to 5-2. Hibby Brooks 2-for-4, his 11th of the year, and 2 RBI. And as Steeler fan says, 19.5 back. This run to the NL West title is going to be historic. And as Abraham Lincoln said about U.S. Grant, find out what the gentleman drinks and send a case of it to the rest of my generals. When we're with you next Tuesday, it'll be the A's and the Yankees. Wednesday's game is going to be the Dodgers and the Mets. And did I pick an extra one? Nope. I know I got extra games tucked in here somewhere. I gotta make sure. And then on the day that Pete Rose supposedly broke Ty Cobb's record, what did we choose? Kansas City in California, because that one is huge. Absolutely huge. So that's what we got for you next week. It'll be, let me go again. It'll be Oakland, New York. New York, LA. And California, Kansas City. I'm not touching that one, but it's true. All right, we'll talk to you over the weekend. We're taping Digital Dice tomorrow, talking about the cure for the summertime blues. Until then, I'm Ron Chuckett. Have a good day, everybody. So long.